You are balancing a lot of different tasks in addition to being a student. Talk to us about some of that and how you're balancing all of it.
Mark Beal, Assistant Professor of Practice and Public Relations in the Rutgers University School of Communication and Information.
Naamah Barbut, and I am a junior at Rutgers University. Currently, I am a student. I'm also the president of Scarlet PR, which is Rutgers' student-run PR firm. I love being involved on campus. It's all about time management, and I think it's great to just be connected and a part of your community. And I think that's just what drove me to make sure that I'm involved in all these different things, whether it be professionally, socially.
Mark, you've done a lot of research into Gen Z, into people like Naamah. Talk to us about some of that research.
Naamah embodies Gen Z. She's leading our student-run agency here at Rutgers. She's interning, she's in clubs, she's in communities. And that's what Gen Z is all about. As Naamah said, they want to use their time efficiently, but they want to belong to collaborative communities where they're creating things, a nonprofit, a volunteer organization, a new business, a startup. And so Gen Z uses their time efficiently, and they do spread it across everything from school, work, social. So that's why I'm so bullish on Gen Z.
How is Gen Z so different from, I'm a millennial. So talk to us about how they're approaching college differently.
Yeah, there's a great quote from the CMO of MTV. Gen Z was the first generation that learned to swipe before they could wipe. Gen Z has had technology in their hands since the age of 1. What millennials started, Gen Z has just expedited. The idea of remote learning, schools came to a halt in March 2020. Gen Z quickly adapted. They quickly figured out how we go through remote learning. They adapt quickly. They embrace technology real fast. They want to find new technologies, new platforms that make work and life and everything else more efficient, more effective, and they're bringing that to the workplace as they graduate.
Naamah, do you see that amongst your peers?
We are a very progressive generation. We fight for what we think is right, and we do things that are not only great for our community, but also great for the future and the long run. During COVID, I think a lot of us realized how precious time really is and how precious our involvement is on campus. We are trying to do bigger and better things, whether that be locally in New Brunswick or globally.
Mark, have you noticed that with your students as well?
Oh, there's no limits. There are no limits to what Gen Z can achieve. I wrote an article for the Star-Ledger last year that said Gen Z will change the world, and I truly believe it. They're going to transform school, they're going to transform work. They have this incredible entrepreneurial spirit where they just want to challenge the status quo. Like, how can we innovate? How can we transform? How can we make things better? And as Naamah said, better for the world, better for society, better for business.
How has it changed in the classroom?
They embrace experiential learning. They embrace real-world opportunities. So in every one of my courses, I bring in real-world clients and we work on campaigns and develop campaigns for real-world companies. They embrace the opportunity to meet leaders, whether they're leaders in marketing or public relations or advertising or whatever it might be. So that idea of it goes well beyond just the textbook. And it's the idea of real-world learning, real-world value, and then I can leverage that as I go off into, after graduation, and go to my career.
I mean, I remember on campus, I always wanted to be involved and do internships like Naamah is doing. How is that different from what we've seen prior on campus?
I think there's a couple of things. One, as Naamah touched on, Gen Z is the most diverse and inclusive generation. They embrace diverse thought, diverse experiences, diverse ideas. So when they come back on campus here, they're looking for communities of collaboration. Like, they really embrace that idea of, I want to get together with others and create something really cool, something different, something new. And they do that in the classroom too. They're also the purpose generation, right? As Naamah said, they're looking to do good things here on campus, in the community, in the world. So they bring that to the classroom every day. It's not passive learning. They are truly proactive learners. The innovation and transformation that took place starting 18 months ago by professors, by students. Coming back now, we've expedited maybe what would have taken 10 years as far as experiential learning, more innovative teaching, more transformative approach. I just think it's been expedited because of this pandemic, and we're doing things now that maybe we weren't going to do for another decade or so.
Does it affect, Naamah, what you do post-college? Is it changing your mindset about maybe what you do once you graduate?
One thing that it's definitely changing is my level of excitement. What Rutgers is doing to prepare their students for the future is resulting in eagerness to get out into the real world and to enact the skills and the knowledge that we've learned here outside of Rutgers. With everything that students have experienced in the past 18 months, we've definitely been able to experience firsthand challenges. These challenges are also seen in companies, organizations.
What should companies then keep in mind, Mark?
Well, it's funny. I survey Gen Zers across the nation every quarter. The number one thing Gen Zers, and Naamah will agree, that they're looking for in their future employers, I want to work for a company that has a corporate culture of diversity, inclusion, and belonging. Number one, above competitive pay, competitive benefits. I want to go somewhere I belong. I also want to go somewhere where there's diversity of thought, diversity of backgrounds. Companies have to realize that. Secondly, they may recruit Gen Zers into the workplace, but if one, they don't have that corporate culture of diversity, inclusion, and belonging, as well as just empowerment, giving Naamah and other students, graduates, the chance to do things, try things, that corporate culture, but also the chance to be empowered. They're also looking for one last thing. I know I'm going to have a manager, but I need a mentor. I need someone who's maybe 2, 3, 4 years ahead of me, who's just in my shoes, who can help guide me through this early stage of my career. Really important.
And supporting entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. I've heard from many recent graduates who say, you know what I love about my company? Yes, I work there. They encourage me to have my side hustle, my passion project, my thing I do on the side. That wasn't happening 10, 20 years ago at all. So the fact that I work for this company, that they're encouraging me to pursue that passion outside, whether it's a nonprofit or something else. That's how you retain employees, by giving them that opportunity.
Have you thought about what you're doing post-college yet?
I know that I have a lot of directions I could go into, which is the exciting part. I am definitely interested in the PR field. That's what I've been doing in college, and I'll see where that takes me.